Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. We're often asked which is the most strongest of the candlestick reversal signals. We're going to take a look at that tonight. This is going to be a training session on showing the strongest individual candlestick signal in the candlestick universe. It is what we call the kicker signal. Over the past 40 years, we have developed what we call 12 major signals. Now, out of the candlestick universe of 50 or 60 signals, these 12 major signals are the ones that are going to be showing up the most often and produce the highest probabilities of strong reversals. So instead of having to learn 50 or 60 candlestick signals, if you learn the 12 major signals, that way you're saving your mental time and energy for the most productive reversal signals. Now, this does not mean you don't need to become familiar with the other 50 or 60 signals, but it allows you to concentrate on the ones that are going to produce the biggest profits for you. And the 12 major signals are very easy to identify because if you go through past charts, you will find a high probability that when you see a reversal at the top or a reversal at the bottom, you're going to find one of these 12 major reversal signals, which basically boils down to you're going to have 6 long signals and 6 bearish signals. We're going to be looking at the most powerful one, the kicker signal. The kicker signal is very easy to identify. When you're in a downtrend and you see a dark candle where they open it here and close it here, that creating the bearish candle. And the next time frame or the next day, they gap it up at or above the open of the previous day and go the opposite direction. Basically, it's telling you that investor sentiment has been dramatically kicked in the opposite direction. When this occurs, especially if they gap it up and go the opposite direction, it's very easy to see that there's been a dramatic change of investor sentiment from the previous trend, and this will usually result in a very strong price move. It becomes more compelling if you see the kicker signal occur at a major support level that everybody else is watching. But the result is the same. There's been a dramatic change of investor sentiment in that trend. It can also be utilized in a trend. Note how it opened here and closed here on this trading day. Then the price gapped up above the previous day's open and went in the opposite direction. This is what we call a trend kicker signal, which implies there's still a very strong move to the upside. And a kicker signal works just as effectively when it's going bullish as it does bearish. Very simply, if you're in an uptrend, you see a big bullish candle, and the next day they open it at or below the previous day's open and go the opposite direction, there's only one thing you want to do. Common sense, based on candlestick charts, tells you if you're in an uptrend and they have enough strength in the bears to open it below the previous day's open, you want to close out that position immediately and or get ready to go short. And the force of that selling tells you there's still going to be a lot more downside. This is where seeing the signal tells you immediately you can start shorting because of what this signal represented. Adding other indicators like our T line, which is a very powerful trend indicator. But if we see the most strongest sell signal, the bearish kicker signal, and a close below the T line, we can start shorting immediately, knowing that we're in a downtrend until we see a candlestick buy signal and a close back up above the T line. The gap down that creates that signal is a strong indication they're going to continue to sell it off until you start seeing buy signals in the oversold area. The bigger this signal, the more compelling that change of investor sentiment puts you in a good short position. Again, the strongest reversal signal is your kicker signals. But if you just learn the 12 major signals, 6 bullish signals and 6 bearish signals, and understand why the investor sentiment created those signals, now you have the same understanding of what creates price reversals as somebody that's been trading in the market for 50 years. Thank you for watching. The Candlestick Forum is a website that teaches you how to use the common sense elements built into candlestick signals to produce consistent and high probability trades. This is information that has been utilized now for the last 400 years. All we're doing is learning how to use those signals effectively. Thank you for watching.